Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on Cosplay with Arena. Now, as you could probably tell from the outfit that I'm wearing and from the title and the thumbnail on this video, we're going to be replicating the Crow from the cult classic film from 1994 with Brandon Lee in it. Now, as you can tell straight away, this is by far one of the easiest cosplays I ever put together on this channel. So we got the trench coats, the rain, black shirt, waist wrap, leather pants, and of course the boots. Now in this video I will not only be breaking down on how exactly I made the waist wrap, but I'm also going to be doing, let's say, like a little makeup tutorial on how you can replicate like Brandon's makeup from the film. And in this video, I'm also going to be showing you on what makeup appliances, what type of makeup I use, which may be different depending on what type of makeups you'll be using, depending whereabouts in the world you live. And also another thing I'm going to point out here is that this costume can be done pretty much on the cheap, or depending on your budget. Let's say like the waist wrap that I'm wearing right here is actually glad wrap wrapped in duct tape and twine to give the appearance like it is in the film. And these boots right up here are actually from the bat suit that I've been working on at the moment. So basically, this suit can be done on, let's say, depending on what budget and what you have lying around. Like it's even one purpose that you may find the pants and coat different compared to what I did. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight to it. So basically the way exactly I did these boots, unlike the boots I used for my bat suit, which are basically just laced up all around the top and then wrapped around and then tie a knot on the end. Whereas for the Crow, I basically just unlaced them about okay, let's just say about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyelids on each side, and I basically meets right along here, and I just did the same treatment, like wrap it around, then tie a knot on the end, and I basically just let the tongue stick out because the actual boots that Brandon Lee wore on set, or in this case his stunt double, had the tons on his boots sticking out just to give it the effect. Yep, that's how I did the boots. And also another thing I got to point out here is what exactly I used for the top section. Like this necklace right here, let's just say the cord right here is from Spotlight. This ring right here is actually from Kmart. This shirt right here is also from Kmart that I got in 2 sizes smaller than my average shirt size, because if I take off the coat like so, you can see on how form-fitting it is on me, which is basically the goal I'm going for if you're doing a cosplay of the Crow. And the waist wrap right along here, you can actually see this is basically like glad wrap that's been folded down, wrapped around my entire waist, wrapped in duct tape, cut up with some Velcro on the back, and with some twine, have a cross on the section here. This is not only as an homage to Brandon Lee's waist wrap, but the cross on the section is also an homage to James L. Barnes' appearance in the comics. And the pants that I said before is actually from famousjackets.co.uk that I got in my size, and it's basically like the exact replica pants that Brandon always stunt double wore in the film. It's got the actual front pockets here, the fly buttons, and some pretty comfortable, fits me nicely, and yep. So those are the pants, and this trench coat right up here is like got on eBay, and it's actually let's just say the company is actually based up in Melbourne or Sydney, whereas where it's manufactured over in Pakistan. So basically what am I gonna do is I'm gonna pop it on, and so basically what I'm actually trying to do here is not only keep this section right here folded down here, but also keeping the collar popped up like how it is in the film. And if you go along, let's say on the back right up here, got the waist wrap title on the back here, as that's how it was done originally. Now you're probably thinking, but isn't the trench coat in the film like more weathered, has cut marks and dirt marks, that kind of thing? Yes, I can actually do this, but I don't actually want to damage this coat, as I could use it for other cosplays, like Frank Castle, for example, from The Punisher, or other characters who wore black trench coats. So that's actually for the undergarments. Now basically what I'm going to do in the next shot right up here is I'm going to be getting my makeup on, popping on the wig, and we'll do like a little B-roll of me in character, and let's get straight to it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the waist wrap. It starts off by grabbing the thin of glad wrap that is cut into length, and the tops and bottoms are folded down about an inch or an inch and a half, and then it just wraps around my waist just so it'll get the right fits. Now we're gonna wrap the glad wrap section in some black duct tape. The reason being is on why I'm wrapping my wig in glad wrap first before the duct tape was because I was thinking about wearing this later on rather than buying a bunch of extra rolls of duct tape for one cosplay. So I thought this is probably a reusable section for my waist wraps, so I wouldn't have to waste that many rolls of duct tape. And as you can see here, you just cut it up in the back, and then we'll have our working base for where we can attach our Velcro and the twine section. And also another thing we also did too is we also covered the back side of the glad wrap section with some more duct tape, just to act as a lining, while also making it look nicer so you wouldn't be able to see the glad wrap. Now for the Velcro. Basically what I did here is I grabbed some strips of some 3mm EVA foam, glued in some Velcro, glued that onto the waist wrap, and then reinforced it with some more duct tape. The last step you basically want to do is you want to grab your twine, super glue it onto the waist wrap to recreate the cross section that the original one had. And without further ado, that will be our finished waist wrap. And as you would see in the next shot of me wearing it, it looks like I got duct tape wrapped around my waist, or any tape in general. Guys, now we're moving on to the makeup. Now before anything else, you want to make sure that your face is cleanly shaved and nice and washed down before anything else, because having a dirty face or whatnot can inhibit the way you apply your makeup. So for starters, we're gonna start off with the black section of the makeup, and for that I'm just gonna be using some Maybelline 24-hour tattoo color, which you can get at any local pharmacy if they still have lying around. And I'm gonna be using this little brush right here for around the eyes and also on the lips. And I'm gonna be using this little angle brush right out here for the points on the top and the bottom of the eye makeup, as well as the smile curvatures on the lips. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. So basically what I'm doing is I'm gonna start with the lips first as somewhat of a guide, then I'll just work my way onto the eyes. Then I'm gonna grab my angle brush right up here to bring them to life. And before any of the white makeup, I'm gonna seal it up with this makeup setting spray, just so your makeup won't smudge anywhere before anything else. So wish me luck. Alright, so when it came to applying the makeup on the lips, you're gonna use your lips as a guideline whenever you're contouring the makeup onto it. This isn't lipstick, this is actual makeup that I'm applying by brush, so just be mindful on this one. So I'm basically just working on to the panda eyes at the moment, onto both eyes, and now this is the part where it does get quite tricky and a bit fiddly at times. So for my advice, I would say take your time on this one, and it'll turn out beautifully. So I'm just gonna. Now when it came to the panda eyes, you want to mark them from the bottom of the eyebrow ridge to where the bottom of the eye socket, and to the corner of where the nose begins. And we're going to repeat the exact same stage to the other eye. I actually find it easy to mark out the edges of the eyes so it all line up nicely. And once that's done, I just blend it in like the other panda eye, and we shall move on to the lines on the panda eyes and the lips. Now if you do get some smudges, let's say right along the corner of my nose there, don't worry, just some makeup wipes will do the trick, just to tidy up everything. Now we're gonna go on to the sharp lines. So I'll start with the eyes first, then I'll work my way with the lips. So it's just a matter of So when it came to the lines on the panda eyes, I would say mark them about half an inch or 1 inch from the top and bottom, just so they'll line up matchly. And now we're going to be moving on to the lips. All I did for the lips basically is I just painted the Joker's smile, as for examples, Heath Ledger's. And there you go. Alrighty, once you get the black portions all painted on, it is important to know that you want to paint them as solidly as you can on both the eye makeup and on the lips, as we're going to be applying the white later on. You would see throughout the step on what I was referring to, and once that step's done, we'll move on to the white portions. I'm just gonna grab the setting spray. I'm just gonna go with 2 hits. Now I'm just gonna let it fully dry, and we'll move on to the white portion. Now one of the things I could actually do is I could wet the sponge a bit so it will apply on easily. Alrighty, so once the black portion of the makeup is all dry, we're going to be moving on to the white portion, and for that I'm going to be using the Crayon Aqua Color in white. So I'm just going to got my little sponge brush right here dipped in water, and I'm just going to and then you're just gonna go. All I did for the white base basically is I just used the Krylon white and my watered down sponge brush, and all I basically did is I did a mixture of dabbing it on my face and then wiping it on. Keep in mind that some of the detail lines on the panda eyes and the lips will get covered throughout this process, but as you would see throughout the next step, I'm gonna grab the Tattoo Color 24-Hour Maybelline to reline them, and I'm just gonna do some final touches, apply my setting spray, and we shall be good to go. And as you can see throughout this shot here, the white doesn't actually fully cover the black lines, and that is probably a good thing, as they'll just act as a guidance for when I retrace them later on throughout the process. Now, one of the things I was actually thinking about doing after this portion is I'm gonna have to go over the lines yet again, but I'm not actually gonna go over the black portion on the lips and whatnot, because you want to give that harsh look where it's kind of like all blending in. So again, just with the Tattoo Color 24-Hour, So once I actually retrace the detail lines onto the eyes and lips, I actually use my finger later on to blend it into the white makeup, not only to make it look more and more realistic, but also give it more of a weathered look. But of course, this is basically up to your preference on how you want your final makeup to appeal. I just quite like the one look as an homage to Brendan's makeup. And one of the things you can do as an option is you could use your fingertip and rub against the actual makeup, just so it will blend in nicely. And alright, so far so groovy. Now I'm just gonna get another couple of hits with the same spray, pop on the wig, and we're good to go. Also, throughout this recording, I actually forgot to mention where exactly I got the wig from. It's actually the wig of the Crow from HalloweenCostumes.com.au, and of course, I'll leave a link down in the description below if you're interested. And there you go. Now the last thing I have to do is gonna pop on the rest of the costume, and we'll do a final review. So So there you have it. My Crow cosplay has been done and dusted. A couple of things I'd like to mention here. I'm actually working on this cosplay. Not only am I doing this for the film's 30th anniversary, but also as a way to pay tribute to the late Brendan Lee, as you would have probably known after further research, passed away whilst making this film. So, Brandon, this is for you. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and like and subscribe. Comment to my YouTube videos, and without further ado, I'll see you in the next video.